So can we do a Clyburn clip?
Sure.
I mean, you want to watch him because there's nobody is more progressive than Jim Clyburn.
At all.
Quickly, the defense bill veto
Oh my God, I love
the
this
president
guy.
is promising. How quickly will there be an attempt to override that veto in the House, sir?
Well, we would attempt to do so right away in the House. Now, I say attempt to do so because a lot of people who voted for this bill now are saying that they may vote to sustain a presidential veto. It's not surprising to me that these people want to defund the Department of Defense. And that's effectively what they'll be doing here, defunding the Defense Department.
Yeah.
That's just terrible.
It's an interesting phrase you picked there, Congressman, and I think it was done on purpose. I see what you're doing there. We shall see what happens. Congressman Clyburn,
So
sir,
cute.
thank you for coming on and sharing
You're
your
so
perspective
cute.
with us.
I know, and there's smugness.
We get that.
Like the Defense Department is probably the most murderous department in America, in the world.
Watch, hold on.
I thought you would get that.
Oh, wait, by the way, that's so, did you guys hear that part?
Yes.
I thought you would get that. Yeah.
You in there?
It's not even that
We shall see
clever.
what happens. Congressman Clyburn, sir, thank you for coming on and sharing your perspective with us.
Thank you. I thought you would get that.
That is so adorable. Two men joking about how defund the police and defund the Defense Department
Yeah.
are radical, and it's so cute that he goes after both of them, and that's why we love him.
I'm basically it's kind of interesting how he doesn't even kind of take it as a real stance, I mean a real serious stance, defund the police. It's very, I mean, it makes me wonder as far as this Biden presidency, what we're in for, because I feel like any sense we had of moving the Overton window to the left has been really, this has been a real, I don't want to call it a mandate because there wasn't enough votes to make it a mandate, but I feel like they're treating it like one, like this is a declaration in their mind that people want to move to the center more than ever and to the corporate more than ever. You know, there was a short period of time, especially when Bernie seemed like he really had a chance of winning it, and the right around the time when COVID just started, where it really seemed like this could be the real chance to move it to radical language. People were talking about defund the police left and right, and I feel that Biden has really kind of given these people a new level of smug and a new level of, we really are going to do nothing. Like, better things really aren't possible, you know? Like, and it's a little depressing, but
Yeah, it's really depressing. Yeah.
And now they get to say, because of the whole Clyburn in South Carolina and the vote, that, hey, this is what black people want. You know, if you make black people the face of voting for Biden, and Biden and Clyburn and all these people are so unradical and so don't want to defund the police, now you get people like Neera Tanden, who was in someone's mentions, who was criticizing Biden, saying, well, I guess you don't talk to black people because this is what black people wanted, you know, like, which is very disingenuous, because when does she ever care what black people want?
Whenever they're saying the exact same neoliberal thing that she's saying.
Exactly.
It's so gross. Yeah. And that the fact that they're like, the other thing that's really gross about this is the fact that they're comfortable. They feel comfortable, like
just joking about it.
Yeah, joking about it, like publicly, like making like funny faces at each other. Like have the respect to pander.
Well,
Yeah, but-
that's the problem. Is that, I'm sorry, Trevor, I didn't mean to do this.
Go ahead.
But the problem is that we're not, like, Americans need to get out of their head that they care a single ounce of what a single ounce of like pandering is not necessary, because they don't fear losing power. So think of them more like those like royals in Versailles. I don't know how to like get this into people's head. They just don't care about like even pandering, because there's no threat to their power as of now.
I mean, one thing that happens is even a lot of the most supposedly radical figures, at least as far as radical public figures, as soon as push comes to shove, a lot of them will be preaching the same old lesser of two evils talk. So they're always going to have a boogeyman in their mind that's going to force everyone in line. For example, this time around, it was like, hey, what were you going to do? Risk Trump winning? And this may be controversial to say, but I think Democrats and people on the left in general are going to have to really get comfortable with short-term pain if they ever really want to change these people. But I feel like we're in a society where short-term pain is not something that anybody's equipped to deal with, you know? People's lives are too precarious.
Well, yes, but also it's actually assuming that there won't, like, we don't have to assume that the Democrats are going to alleviate anybody's short-term pain. So it's mostly liberals who are unable to, like, whose only, like, sincere belief is, I don't want to feel bad or guilty. And that's why they lash out at the left, because we make them feel like they're bad people, which they are. So why
but
accept
I think even
that?
a lot of people on the left, you get people on the left that'll be like, liberals will be like, yeah, so I heard you guys are planning to abstain from voting. And then a lot of people on the left will be like, that's not true. We will fall in line.
Yeah, and we got out the vote for Hillary in 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Right.
I'm going to say then prove to me that voting actually changes something, and you have not. So you don't have to fall for their guilt trip because they're abusing your good side. So
Exactly.
you don't take their framing safe. Fuck you. Fuck you. You have not given me an ounce of proof that the Democrats are even like an inch better. Prove it to me, and maybe you'll get affordable access to my vote.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like there's a lot of like, you know, this is whatever, woe's me, woe's all anyone who feels like this. We can get over it or figure out a response to it. But there's definitely a lot of like, oh, you're so privileged if you think that, and like fetishizing and monolithizing or whatever of the black vote or the vote of color.
Don't fall for, do not, like, what they're doing is what I call a drill tweet. They're just like using the same lashing out at the right as the left, a racist, sexist. And you don't have to fall for that. You can totally say, fuck you, I'm not going to accept your framing. Go fuck yourself. So, and I am super privileged, but fuck you, and I am voting for the people. Sorry, I'm getting so passionate. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to accept the Democrats' stupid, disingenuous framing, and you don't have to either. You literally need to say, fuck you. Because they can't do that to the Republicans, because that's what the Republicans do, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
you don't have to, they are rule policing. They're not more, so you don't have to accept their rules and play, like, they want you to dance to tango. You don't have to.
Yeah. And a lot of leftists I know and respect, like, felt guilt. I think they had like PTSD from Trump winning, and they felt like they were like bad allies, or, you know.
No.
So,
I don't want to get blamed.
But the thing about it is that if it's systemic, like, then you're back to subscribing to the fact that you actually believe the propaganda that U.S. is a democracy, which is not. So be consistent. If you don't, then voting really should not matter, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will, like, you know, be in some liberals' mentions, you know, dunking on them, like, you know, 500 replies strong and all this stuff, and say delete your account, you know, this is a bad tweet, you know, and then when the time comes, November 5th or 6th or whatever, they find their inner lib and go and, you know, pull that lever and be like, well, what can we do?
But like I said, I don't think it matters if you pull the lever or not, because the system is like, there are so many checks and balances that I don't care what you do on November 5th, because it really,
I agree with you.
You're so naive. Like, people are naive to think that it would change a single thing. We had like videos of Evo Morales saying that, Putin saying that, like, nothing changes the policy. So yeah, sorry. This is like one thing, like, people on the left accepting liberal framings just irritate me so much.
Oh yeah. And that's what emboldens the Clyburns of the world. You know, he's like, you know, you guys will complain 364 days of the year, but as long as the 365th day you guys vote, we're good.
Yeah. You guys have to be I should have you guys as a regular panel as like a de-brainwashing.
Oh yeah.
I also want to do a weekly woke washing, unwoke washing, where we go through something and, you know, reveal how sordid it is. And like, that would be good, right?
And there's always going to be something every week. I feel like we're going to get a big return to wokeness now that Trump is out of office.
I know. I mean, we've seen it we got to keep track of this. So we got the famous Jonathan Martin tweeting that the Sunrise Movement is picking a fight with the most powerful, most influential Black staffer. What else do we have? Richmond, yeah, who T exposed in real time last week. What else is there? I'm trying to think of other examples. Oh, the Mayor Pete, like, let's celebrate him because he's gay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
She's like, we can celebrate that he's gay and also say he's terrible and also had policies. Oh, did you know about this? That he had some like transportation related thing that killed a young Black child?
Yeah,
it was a smart center.
Why isn't that a bigger thing? Like, why? I guess we know why. I'm so stupid and naive. Yeah, it's just disgusting. Like, wouldn't they have made Biden? Okay, again, there was a time, remember, when like Bill Clinton went on Arsenio Hall and like played the saxophone, where like people tried to pander in a way that I guess that's just like they don't have time for it anymore.
No, they don't
as precarious
fear anything.
Yeah, they don't fear anything. But you would have thought that maybe Biden would have been like, you know what, let's put him on something that's not transportation.
But they don't care. I mean, what do they have to worry about? They won.
The state, right?
Yeah, this is like dancing at Versailles, and this is also basically like, who's the goal? Like, was it Citibank or JP Morgan that vetted? Well, whatever. Whoever picked the cabinet is like, they're doing it in their best interest.
Yeah. We just have to call it all out. Because they're going to constantly do that and pretend that you're homophobic if you don't like Mayor Pete, you're racist if you don't like Cedric Richmond.
Yeah, but you don't have to feel guilty about that at all. Just ignore it. Like, imagine how you'd feel if, like, I don't know, somebody PragerU said you're racist for not liking Candace Owens. So that's what you need to get in your psychology. If they call you racist, just say, "Oh, ha ha ha." Is that
and then great optic?
Yeah, then just block them, delete them, whatever you can.
White leftist laughs in face of people calling her racist. Okay,
I'm not white.
No. I'm predicting if I take that advice. Okay, let's see. All right.
I mean, the thing with them is they have no good faith argument anyway. So whether you do fall in line or not, they'll still. I mean, look at Bernie. Bernie, after dropping out, he played ball so well, and what happened? Like, no cabinet position, nothing.
Exactly. Well, okay, I'm going to make a Cold War analogy, which is like the unions. They purged the actual left from the unions in the 1940s, and guess what? Without having the actual left, the unions all like betrayed the working class. So it'll come back to bite. Like they're going to villainize you no matter what. So you might as well be full out there.
Yeah, for real.